Jealous. If you can take jealous out of the black person, you will see growth.
Yeah, I know.
Because black people who have a potential of growing, they jealous one another. Instead of saying, look, let's kill this so that I'm a content creator. So my business partner is always looking.
Yeah, let's get when I pull up in the spot. They be asking what I got. Gas for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot, better show me what you got. Red beam, headshots, you better give me what you. Yeah, let's get when I pull up in the spot. They be asking what I got. Gas for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot.
Welcome to another smashing episode of Podcast with Soul. My name is Samuel Soul, and on this episode, we have a very special guest, but I'll let him tell us a bit about himself. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Thanks. Just happy about the name of the podcast. It's so interesting. My name happens to be Papi Sathekge. I'm born and raised down in Bulobedi, a place called Mawa. Mawa, it has 3 blocks. I'm in block 8 actually. It's block 8, 12, and 9. So, yeah.
But how did it come, or by name those places with, why did they start with the block 1 to block 8? Why did they just start?
No, there's block 1 until block 16, if not 15. But block 1 is called by another name.
What's a different name?
Yeah, that area, actually, Bulobedi on its own, they call the name of the area according to the chief. Ebara Mokhwati, you must know that Mokhwati is the chief there. So Mokhwati is block 10 and 11. So you have Mooko, which is block 7. So it's the name of the.
Or it differs based on the Irulage
who's ruling there.
So can you just tell us a bit, take us a bit background there? What was it like? Did you have any intention or any dreams that you would be here today? Like, did you?
No. I grew up in a very deep rural area. That my dream was always to build something there. So yes, the field that I'm in, I wanted to be in this field. When I started discovering my interest in life, then I realized that I wanted to do that, but specifically in Mao. I didn't even want to come to Gauteng, but because we didn't have an institute that can teach me how to do this. Actually, I started go Mujaji College. With the late Paul Rapeza, may his soul rest in peace, when they started Pride before it go to UVL. But I didn't even stay there a week or so, because I was having a scholarship that needed a formal school that has requirements, and with Paul Rapeza at that time it was starting, they didn't have requirements that were needed. Then I had to come to Soikwa Institute of African Theatre in Soweto, where Vista was actually, the Vista University. Yeah.
So do you think, like in a place like Mawa and all that, do you think sometimes having limited resources, rely a lot of people in terms of them chasing their dreams?
It's a very disadvantaged area, and it disadvantaged other people who, when I grow up, there's a lot of stars. There were a lot of people that I felt like by now, if they were in a setup like this, they would be far. There was guys called Ogni, but he's still pushing his far also. But I felt like if the setup was good for him, it could have been better than where he is now. Ogni Munyam. We grow up calling him Gimme, for the sake of those who will look at it and try to refer who's Ogni. And then there was a guy called Phineas Ramapuku. When we grow up, actually we used to call him Arthur somehow. Adama Fogati. He had the same energy. He had the same, yeah. So those are the growth man that we saw. But along the way, under people that are coming behind, it was very powerful. There was the other one called Hawkeye. You remember the film called Hawkeye?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So because of he had a certain interesting character. I'm talking people that are in the entertainment industry, but I even call him Celebration now because we had a two-man play between me. It was the name of the production was Togolosha Madimoni. I was playing Mapai Pai was playing Celebration. So we always calling each other with those characters. So yeah, there's a lot of talented people that I've seen there, and I played soccer there.
But were you that good?
You know, I always tell people that the reason why I'm no longer watching soccer is because I see other people that are playing soccer and they don't do it very well, and Bantina to that extent, or how could this person arrive there? Really, I can do a better job than that one. So when I started my career of soccer, I was a goalkeeper. Actually, I played all the positions in soccer. I'm one of the person that played from number 1 to number 11.
Yeah.
But I became so good from being a goalkeeper. And being a goalkeeper, when you are good, you start understanding how the
field works.
The field works. Then I played number 5 strategically. After that, when I went to play striker, it's because my 2 strikers were suspended. And I scored 2 goals on that. The first match when I became a striker, I scored 2 goals. And my coach never took me back to other position. Yeah.
Because most of the time they could tell, or this guy is a good striker, so let's just give him the position.
And guess what? I end up getting a nickname called Mr. Brace. Because I think we were playing a league on that log, and it's a true story. Someone will think I'm faking, but there are a lot of people that are in diepsloot that witnessed that. There's a boy called Cooley. He was working in Sloot FM. I was playing with him. He's a very good player, very brilliant player. So on the log, from game 1 until the last game, you remember the log has the first leg and the second leg.
Yeah.
I scored 2 goals. Yeah. And because my mom was a sangoma, and you know,
it's a
yeah, it became something else. It became something else, and I always laugh when I tell that time, may his soul rest in peace, my mom. So when I tell her, so on, and I will always laugh to that and say, hey, maybe you will bring customers to me. So don't tell them, you have nothing to do with it. Then I just keep quiet and I said, okay, maybe it's a plus. Because those who are living with the sangoma at home, they will tell you that your parents will never give you Sarasa Bolo, Sarasa Sabanyana. Because so normally that thing, that's what my mom told me, or you became so stupid and dumb, so it kidnaps you. So that's why the real Sangomas one will never give you Sarsaba side.
Oh yeah,
Sabol.
No, and all that. But even though it's not,
it's business to them. It's business to them. And I'm putting this as a disclaimer that I'm not having all the details or actually what actually happened when that kind of things happen. But I'm just telling in highlights. But those who are living with people with the callings, they will go and consult moving further. Okay.
Yeah.
What is Papi saying actually? Yeah.
But so when you were growing up, black parents, they had certain careers that they would choose for us. Like they wanted doctors. There were basic careers, like 3 or 4 of them. Wasn't it hard for you to actually tell your parents, oh, this is what I want to do. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a police. I don't want to be 1, 2, 3.
I think I was one of the fortunate. My mom wanted me to be a doctor. I was good in maths. I never get less than 98 with mathematics. I can't remember myself getting 95 in mathematics. So I was so good in maths, and they were calling me one subject person because I'm a bad speller. So it's not that other subject I couldn't understand, but you know those education when you are writing a wrong spelling that time, they will put it wrong because the spelling it's always wrong. I'm still a bad speller. When I write, I always tell my people.
But you're good with numbers. Because it's always like that.
Yeah, so I was good. Maths and science were my thing. So my mother wanted me to be a doctor because she didn't go to school. My mother didn't go to school. She was self-taught, even to write and everything. But she was engaging with my teachers, and my teachers would always say, "Yeah, this one career." She wanted to know more. We're 6 at home. It's the firstborn, the second-born, which is my sister. The third-born, my brother is there in diepsloot, and then we had me and Matawato, it's twin, and then the last-born. And then
so you have a twin?
She passed on when I was very young. So that's fine. Yeah, thank you. But she never been interested on anyone except me. What's happening with she always was interested on what's happening with me. Maybe just because of that lost and so she followed that. Then when I was saying I was so fortunate, it's because even in a drama school, when I got opportunities and scholarship, I didn't apply. My teachers applied, my principal applied, my mom was engaged. You know, everything on that's why I always tell people to say it's very much important to build a relationship with your teachers at school because they see things that you don't see.
Yeah, it's always the case. Yeah.
My talent of acting, I didn't see it as something that I can go further with it.
So it's just something for now.
I thought it's because we are here.
Yeah, we're for now.
Yeah, but and I'm happy that I got teachers who can be able to guide me on that because I was not going to survive in other industry. I was not going to survive.
That's very interesting. So diepsloot we are not learning.
When I started laying my first leg in diepsloot, it was in 99. It was a very cool place. Yeah. Beautiful place. But the day I arrived there, I wanted to go back home. Same day. I'm telling you that I'm coming from a poor family and a poor background in a very rural area, but I didn't know that people can stay in a place like that.
That's what my first time when I'm cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Or this thing, if I have seen it at home, never did ya mashallah. Mashallah is a place I said, now I'm going to sleep in here. So my mind is, it's not because I undermined the people that were there that time. It's because I told myself, what if Moya what? I remember when we're coming from Moya, what if Moya what? When the rain comes, what's going to happen? You see, those are the kind of things. So yeah, it became a very interesting night for me. So my brother, because there was my brother and my sister, and that time I came here. Remember, I came here for the school opportunities to go in. So my brother said, no, because you want to go home, we don't have a problem, but stay for a week. No, you wanted to get paid first.
Oh, so okay.
So that you can
give you money to go back.
Yeah. Then I think it was Sunday until Thursday. Then on Thursday he said, for you to get sharp no. If you want. I don't know, you want to give me money. So Kausane Ganano drop run back, never run back. Run back or recanyana diaparo or no fire only sharp. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I'm still stuck here. I'm still stuck here. Yeah.
But do you think during those times, diepsloot had opportunities in terms of what was it exposed to in the industry?
Of the
to now
industry of the performing art.
Yeah, performing art.
No, diepsloot is one of the places that is very disadvantaged when coming to performing art.
But what causes that? Because diepsloot is in between Johannesburg and Pretoria. What causes? Is it poor leadership? Is it because of poor leadership or Udirala?
It's not because of poor leadership. It's I want to put it the way it is, without offending people.
Mara, you know, there's always Cinderella.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how you put it.
You know, when we grow up, there was a teacher who always say, "Don't be a tabula rasa." A tabula rasa is a child that is born with an empty mind. Understand? Yeah. And that's what most of the artists in diepsloot, I'm not saying everyone, most of the artists, they are like that.
I want to highlight that most.
Yeah, no, even though they don't highlight, I don't care anymore. I used to care. I don't care anymore with this one. So at least someone will understand what I'm trying to say. I was fortunate to be in Soweto for almost 3 years to study performing art. Soweto has built their own hub. They build their own festival, Bomasakani. They build their own festival, Soweto Festival. Yeah. So that invited audience. We used to go from diepsloot to go to Soweto to watch those things. So Soweto has built their own hub. Pretoria has done the same. Tembisa has done the same. Diepsloot never did the same. They tried. There was a guys who were doing hip hop sessions that said diepsloot is going somewhere. Yeah. But beside that, diepsloot, you have more people who want to crush ideas than people who want to support ideas. Yeah. Yeah. So, and people in diepsloot who are basically artists, and I want to put it in a commas, or those are artists. They confuse art and politics. They don't work together. When you come with the political mindset in art, you are killing the industry on its own, because you start choosing who you should support, you must not support. I have more people that I work with outside diepsloot than diepsloot, because I think Soyuko has made me to have relationship with people outside and they taught us enough to say, you see, the person that you are in a class with is your next producer, is your next director, is your next. So treat that person as the next person who's going to get a job. Because today you get funding, you call me and say, Papi, Araspan. The following day you can get all funding, Araspan. When the relationship is so healthy in that way, it creates a lot of opportunities for ourselves. Because you have a project that you are working with, I have a project that I'm working with. So that's exactly what makes diepsloot art not to develop. But even the politicians, I'm not saying leaders.
Yeah, you say politicians, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
They are politicians.
Anybody.
Yeah, because politicians are not leadership. I hear, especially in diepsloot, we have a mind of a rat. Because every now and then, when you see a person as a politician, you call that person a leader.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who calling me a leader in diepsloot. I said, a leader for what? What am I leading? Because a leader should be someone who's leading a certain organization, and it does not necessarily that you are leading a certain organization. You have quality. You have to have qualities of leadership. You have to have all those things that, you know, when you go to the dictionary and read leadership, you will understand what kind of person that we must call a leadership. So immediately when we start calling a person a leadership, the community on its own, they start looking at that person as a leader.
As a leader, yeah.
And when they start to divert them in a different way, we'll be surprised and say, oh, Mara, this person will mislead the community. But we are the one who mislead the community to call this person a leader.
Because I know we just have people, a lot of people really lead, I know. We don't even know what they lead.
I'm talking about me. Every street when I walk, leadership. And I look at them and said, okay, if I don't respond, it will be like I'm funny. But the reality is not, I'm never a leader. I'm a community activist.
It's just that I think sometimes but need to educate the difference between a leader and an activist. Because I think 90% of people can't see, they don't know what those things mean.
Yeah. And I hope it's not gonna be too late. Because that community has a potential to grow. I was with other broadcasts here, and then one of the things that they told me, Goran, but how are we going to get opportunities in diepsloot? And I said, and I'm going to put the word the way I said, diepsloot on its own is at a potential of growing its own economy because it's overpopulated. And the overpopulation means a lot of money that you can circulate around. Wangana said, we should be the people that go outside there, go and get opportunity, come with money, and use it around diepsloot. So when you use the money out, when you go to the show, you don't go to Market Theatre, you don't go to Windybro Theatre, you go to the show that is in diepsloot. When you want to drink, you drink in diepsloot. When you want to go to shopping, you shop in diepsloot. That means the economy of the area rotates in diepsloot. You only go out to go and find money. You know what we do as black people? We go from diepsloot, go and work in 4 ways.
And we drink there.
And immediately when we get paid, we go outside and go and drink there and have entertainment. It means you go and source resources, come home and hold them, not using at home, and go and utilize outside. Where do people in diepsloot shop? 4 ways. As much as some other people are shopping in Choma Mall and are shopping in ShopRite, Eyako, Bambanani, and diepsloot Mall, who owns those? It's as good as going to 4 ways. Because you can walk from your home, ufite dispenser 4, and go and buy the tamati, it's 8 randa ko mall, usile the tamati 5 randa ko next to you.
No, the problem is that when a black person is selling, we want to negotiate. That's the problem.
I'm happy that you said
that's another problem.
I didn't say it.
but that's another problem. That's one thing that I've noticed.
Yeah.
But in terms of art in diepsloot now, I once had a guest here and he was complaining that it feels like there's too many gatekeepers who are gatekeeping the diepsloot art. And based on that, it's only a few people that have managed to go out and blow up and be on the big productions.
Yeah.
What causes that?
There's no gatekeeper in diepsloot. There's no gatekeeper in art. Well, a gatekeeper is someone who just close things and say, you are not gonna come in if you're not going through me. You're not gonna go out if you're not going through me.
That's what he was saying. Those individuals.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Nobody's gonna go out.
Yeah, just to hide in behind. They don't want to do their work. And most of the people who are not talented, they do that.
Or you think it was just an excuse?
Most of and I repeat, I don't know the person that was talking to you, but most of the people that are not talented, they do that. Because no one can gatekeep your talent. No one can make you not to be talented. It's you who says there's audition somewhere, production is so I'm going to showcase. Who's going to gatekeep you in that way? If there is a post, government took grant and say grant is coming out, let's apply, you go and apply and do the administration, who's going to gatekeep on that? You know, sometimes gas paid, ne? This one. Budi ekisita otswala era mugaga gomutoko.
I need this translate. Hell, I need this translate. Those who understand will understand.
Yeah.
But also, there was a program, I think way back, in Karo, you were part of it. It's called the Youth Program that it was in diepsloot. I'm not sure if it was called Youth Project or what. What happened to those projects?
The diepsloot youth program is here. We're still
pushing.
it.
But is it still pushing Modikolong? Because it was getting momentum. It was coming big.
We were working at school on a daily basis, but when COVID hits, we withdraw at the school because we didn't want to.
Okay.
You know, remember there was limited number of people that needs to be in a class and so forth. Even the schools, the kids were coming with. So we had to withdraw ourselves to allow the teachers to be able to work because they didn't have enough time. The period guidance were no longer there because now they're working on a tight schedule and so on. We never resume it after COVID in terms of going to school, but we still go to school, but strategically. We go and look at the kids that we want, or they want to be beneficiaries of the program. But it was an alternative home for them. Instead of us going to school, they come here.
Or they come here.
Yeah. So we have a soccer club and a netball club that they go to. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. But we are trying to resume it, going back to school. But it's no longer. We want to do it with the other government entities to put more value into it. Yeah. So the diepsloot youth program is still there and it's still active.
It's just that at the moment you guys are still waiting to resume.
Yeah, we are school, but we are no longer doing it the way we used to do before. Okay. Yeah, we're doing it in a strategy.
Because I remember at some point when I was doing my research, I found that there was this program, but now it's no longer there. That's why I'm asking this question, to find out from you.
Yeah. Remember that time, what I designed on my side, because I'm leading arts and culture in it. There's Samus leading soccer. There's some points leading netball. You go and design your own program, or how do you want to do? So what I designed, I always had an idea of not getting a teacher at schools to teach arts and culture because they don't know how to teach it. So, I design it in a way that when I go to school,
you teach it.
Instead of a teacher goes to the class and teach arts and culture, I'm an artist. Yeah. I take the curriculum I teach and see what is the teacher going to achieve at the end of the day. You go there and teach it. And I will invite other artists and professional artists in the industry and friends that I know, celebrities, to come and assist in terms of that and grow that. And at the end, we identify the fresh talent and we take them to the other space that we feel like this is a talent that needs to be made.
But so far, how many, because you're saying that you take talent and you groom it. Is there, how many people that so far have you produced that went and they blew up and they're having shows?
There's a lot. I don't want to mention some professional reason. But there's a lot. I end up saying, I'm no longer going to mention other people's name. There are that mention because some other people, life very and so very enemy to each other.
Yeah,
we're sitting together today, and then when you leave here, you became my enemy without me knowing, or when I leave here, I became your enemy without you knowing. Or understand? And I mentioned you. I was with you on the other day doing 1, 2, 3, and you say I never work with that person.
It's always the case.
Yeah. So the more you see, the reason why you came here is because someone has told you, or this guy. That's why I never came to you and say, hey, go by interview. I understand. So yeah, that's
okay. With the program, so did I wanted to find out also, do you get do politicians, do they support, like the community hands-on those projects, or you just running, they don't support you? By no getting possible, no blame or.
And there's no politician that will blame me. They tried, and I crushed them. Because I don't need support from politicians. I know why. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I had to talk to my people that I know, and we started giving our food passes for diepsloot.
I remember those times, when there were
a lot of food passes. Politicians wanted to come in, and that's when I crushed them very hard, and I became an enemy to other politicians. And after that, there was a say, all right, but you can be a councillor, and I think we can be fine. You understand? I think we can, because I can about motivate food person, but I don't this person will ever give us a food person.
I also had that story.
Yeah,
or telling me that I think Papi could actually be a good councillor. He managed to give us food person, and it was older person.
Yeah. So there's a lot of old people. There's a lot of people who came strategically to say, "Can you go and campaign? We want to support you." There's a lot of costs. In actual fact, when they started electing Nto, I went to home. I went to Limpopo. We want to nominate you to be this and that. I said no. And I was telling one of the guy who read regularly, and it's my friend, and saying, fine, I want to come there. I said, if you want to be irrelevant in the planet Earth, go and be a councillor.
Yeah.
Because you are no longer feeding the masses. You are feeding people who made you to be who you are.
Who you are, yeah.
Because after 5 years, your career ends. So you must maintain your 5 years ago, fellow be rich. 5 years ago, fellow support. Now, that thing on its own, it drains you not to be who you are. You became someone. Just imagine Papi became someone for 5 years. I'm not gonna do that. So what I was trying to explain to that is the reason why I don't want politicians in my field to come and assist me. I know that they will put an agenda. Or politics. I'll give you an example. I see a lot of artists that it's good when I performed in ANC, because it's not a secret that I still vote for ANC.
Even now?
Yeah, I still vote for ANC. So I always salute an artist that will go and perform in an event at EFF, and perform in an event at ANC, and perform in a DA event when he's invited. If I'm invited to go and do something in EFF, I would definitely go and do that, because I'm an artist. I'm not going to push other people's agenda.
Okay.
But I have seen other artists captured by politics because they got a support to be where they are because of politics.
Yeah, there are so many of them.
Right now our job is to entertain and edutain. So when you edutain, you must edutain everyone, irrespective of the political party that they're coming from. Irrespective of the kind of church that they are coming from, irrespective of the religion. I go to... I'm a ZCC person, but I don't wear a badge for strategical reason. I don't want to be seen as at St. Time as ZCC.
Obviously,
I understand. So I will wear an ANC regalia when I have to go. I always put the ANC regalia on my car boot. When I go to the event, I'll wear it in that event at ANC to show that I'm still with you guys. But when I leave that, I put it in the car, because when I get outside that event, I'm no longer a support of the ANC. I'm a community activist, not a political activist. So I'm seen as a neutral person into the community. So now, if Cyril Ramaphosa, I'm taking Cyril Ramaphosa because he's the president, he comes So if Cyril Ramaphosa come and say, here's the funding, I'm telling you, you will go outside there and start looking at the ANC Youth League and so on, and they come here and they start making Lady plays that thing ANC play. Lady song that thing is ANC songs. You understand? And I'm saying that as an ANC, I don't want to call other parties because I'm not voting for them. So ANC won't fight with me mentioning them because I vote for them, even though I have doubts this year.
So you have doubts of voting for them?
Yeah, I have doubts of voting for them.
Okay, but
it's not. Yeah, I'm a person. I'm a human being. I'm allowed to have doubts, and I'm saying this. I have doubts because no, and I'm saying this deliberately because other people are saying Papi backup ANC. He will never say bad things about ANC. I'm saying that I have an opportunity of not voting for it this year and vote for another one that I feel like maybe I should give them a chance. Understand? So I'm trying to say I'm not captured by anyone. I'm on my own.
okay, but also there's this thing that I also wanted to know. No? There's just too many people doing arts in diepsloot and doing all that, and some they don't really have information on how to go on about it. Because I've met these other guys. They have a series on YouTube. It's called Diepsloot the Hello.
Yeah.
But they don't really know some of the things. How do they get such information? Do they come to you, or where can they just access information?
I don't owe them anything. I don't owe anyone anything. But in actual fact, I opened because I have a heart of a human being. I open a space for people to come. There are a lot of people who come.
Yeah.
People who come, actually, in actual fact, most of the people that are coming from outside diepsloot. Even though when I call myself an information center for diepsloot,
they don't come.
But they don't come. So guess what? After this broadcast, I have a guy who's coming from KZN, specifically to come and have a meeting and get an information from me.
So,
and I didn't charge that person. I don't charge. There is what we call that we open opportunity days. Opportunity days is when once in a month as diepsloot program we call people and say these are the opportunities that you can get from your field that you are in.
Very interesting. So what you're saying is that they're just lazy to actually come and look for information.
You see,
and they're gonna complain later saying I
must put it in a way that you will understand it better. Majita will understand them. They will understand it better. You see a beautiful woman go cast, wearing very nice, and you start judging yourself for it. I don't know whether you understand what
I understand. I understand what
so you already saying you never said hi. You never said hi, but you always say
so in other words, they say we're not comment, but they never talk to you.
Exactly. Most of the people they will say I put information country, and people that I never know, I don't even know them.
You've never met them?
Yeah, because we're not really around. There's a boy who called me last day and saying, Papi Kinyaga information, I want this and this, I realize that you are one of the persons that can give me that information. I'm making an appointment. Make an appointment, and on the day that you make an appointment, you cancelled. And then it's good to cancel because you say, look, I'm in a tight space. The following day, the following week, he made an appointment, and then he never canceled, and I'm here in the art center waiting for him. And then when the time arrived, I budget my time. When the time arrived, and I WhatsApp him, where are you for it? Kinamela, taxi go mall. Go diepsloot mall, I'm coming. He's still coming.
Even today?
Yeah, I'm talking here before. He's still coming.
text broke down somewhere. Maybe it's one of those texts.
But on a later stage in Kanyiso, I had a beautiful session with. I was invited to that as part of the panelists, and then there was Momo Khadi. There was a lot of people that he felt like they need to distribute the information to the community, and the boy was there, and he raised up a hand and say, "Papi, you but Oscar fella bacha." So when we are late and so on, we are young people, we are allowed to do mistake. And I said, you are allowed to do mistake, not on me. Because I budgeted my time for that.
But when it comes to Nago, it's more like you have to respect Nago.
The reason why
you could have been busy with other things.
The reason why I don't give you another chance when you didn't respect my time is because it's a lesson on its own that you wanted to learn. Or immediately when I made an appointment, I need to go there. Even if you can be late, let us know. Don't say at 10 or I'm late. Say in 9:30 or 1. When I'm looking at my time, I cannot arrive in time, and these are my problems. Understand? Then I'm a human being. I understand. I understand. Transport. Everything. And I want to be honest. When I was supposed to shoot another broadcast, we canceled that session for 3 times.
Based on time.
Because I wake up and my schedule is something else, and I tell them, guys, my schedule today is something else. And then the other day I realized that my petrol it's empty, and I'm supposed to go from where I'm staying to come here. And so, and I told them, guys, I'll make up to you. My petrol is so empty today, and I told them my petrol is so empty because sometimes it's a pride.
Yeah,
pride or petrol is empty. It's empty. I cannot always have money. My car is empty. It's empty. My petrol is empty. I'll make it up to you the following day. I'll come and pick you up to come and shoot. And beside that, our lunch is on me. Why lunch is on me? I'm trying to say I'm sorry. Exactly. And I'm not saying people must say lunch is on me when they do something wrong. I'm just saying just show or how sorry you are, then you will deserve my next chance.
I know, you explained it, some of the things we hear from the other side. No, today at least we get to hear from you. This is what's happening.
You see, in our broadcast, diepsloot, you must sit down in one space. Leave it everyone in one space. One room.
Security though,
now we are born securities. Well, you know, if you stayed in diepsloot for a more period of 10 years, you don't need a security. You are a security yourself. How did you survive there?
It's more like survival of the fittest.
Exactly. So you can't say a security for what? Because now in a meeting of a political party, you do fly or so.
But also, do you think into the rate of crime at diepsloot, the corruption at diepsloot, do you think it will impact the art itself in a negative way? Or about what's like the opportunity because of what's happening in the community?
Crime will always impact art. Remember, artists are not creative. Kamatso only.
Yeah.
It's a mind. It's that here.
Yeah.
And when you sleep, you dream good. You do good. When you sleep, there's a gun shop outside. How do you sleep that day? How do you become creative that day? I understand. Yeah, so when you sleep, you realize, that's one. 2, it's we want to arrange a festival. We understand a reveille. We want to arrange a street badge. We want to arrange this and this. At crime. We understand. But what in that session? Even police will say, we won't allow you to have this and this. This place is in a high risk. There's a lot of things that you cannot do when crime is taking place. So it's affecting a lot of things.
Because there were programs that you guys were hosting, so somebody mall to mall. I don't know if it were exhibition or not, but they were performing arts.
Yeah.
The mall to mall. Gabon lately, we don't get to see those.
Yeah. Sometimes it is like the politics tsa art, not the politics tsa community, not the politics tsa the political party. City of Johannesburg last year, at December, ba hostile region clashes to regions. Come on. Yeah. But people in diepsloot never arrive into that. You know, because Papi was employed as a adjudicator. Ne? Baba ngoba ibilo re a program ya Papi. And as they see it, how do you say so? I mean, I'm not deserving to be
a part of problem.
Why understand?
It's a problem.
Because now I'm the kind of person, if you invite me to your program and you say Papi Zwagala, and then go I'm not going to come there and sit. I'm not that kind of person. I'll come there and become vocal. I'll come there and make sure that when now you are happy that I was there. Because I need to the next time won't be it.
Yeah.
But Papi
there's always that the mindset that okay, there's always money involved.
And if Papi Waja, what is the problem? Because don't make it to a problem. It simply says Papi got an opportunity. How can I get an
opportunity? A paying opportunity.
Yes. How do I, you know, if you are sitting down and say, how do I become that person? Rather than me taking that person out of the way. How you can take me out of the way, but not get in.
Yeah, it's always like that. And most of the time, it's very important that you learn from that person. Okay, this is how we go. So with that regional thing, there was prize money.
Yeah.
So that prize money, did the winner get that money at the time? Because I get with government programs, you find that there's prize. And at the time, Mama turns out authorizes December time. Smart man holiday. And the people now go to the community, they come, they're like, yeah.
Hey, I was thinking, and I'm happy, and I'm going to be criticized for this. I'm happy that no one in diepsloot took number one.
Why is that?
Because people in diepsloot, they have a tendency to have a support government, but they're more happy. Guess what? There was a program, City of Johannesburg, and say, I'm the rapper.
Yeah, the rapper, yeah.
Oh, he was face of it actually. It was a city program. Go parking.
Sarafina parking.
Yes. That event, even today, people who won that, they never got paid. Even today. And guess who did they say money?
Obvious.
You understand? And guess where Papi was that time?
What's your event?
I was in Limpopo.
So why was that program was Limpopo?
Amu came because I was part of the Diepsloot Arts and Culture Network. I was a chairperson that time. Amu came and say, Lenawa Diepsloot Arts and Culture Network, Renyaka collaborator, Lenar Lohono mobilize the artists to come and perform there. Yeah. And the Gavafa Majita was hip hop. Because when I led for Ramja hip hop, there was Godini, there was a lot of Wangana Kar Bo Bennett. Bo like Township TV.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Then there was a lot of people by hip hop. Guys, these are the people that you can work with. They know all the hip hops. There was still some hip hop session in Slenders and so forth. So when that event happened, I was not there. I was in hip hop.
But then the bar was
But hey, then I keep quiet. And even today, they didn't get paid for one reason. Because they are looking for their money in the wrong person. One understand? If they went to the city official, if they came to me and said, Papi, this is the problem, how can you assist? Ne? I was going to take them to the city official that made Amu to meet us and say, This is a person. Exactly that. And then they will go and ask her what's happened with our money until they go to the administration. They will know what happened with their money. But because they started posting things on Facebook and so on, and I started enjoying that and say, hey, sure, I'm becoming famous now. This is so beautiful. That's not the only event. There was an event more boxer.
Rooftop.
No. More Malay, more Nalili Pizza and so on. There was an event of the ANC. Artists that were there were called by the ANC Youth League, not me. Under the leadership of the ANC Youth League, there was a chairperson of the ANC Youth League that time who called artists and never pay artists. And when things go sour, people, and I said the person who did, and they started saying Nali and Arabaga girlfriend, Nali Mutu, because they achieved the whole blame but as a girlfriend thing. There was a lot of stories and so on. Until Councillor Mawoki told them, Lena guys, you always with the wrong person. Because Councillor Mawoki knew. Or where did the money of the ANC went? Because he was the chairperson of the ANC that time. And say, no, we know where the money go. Office in your council. No, we want this and this and this. And because Baba ile lawi two, ba ile cancel event event. Ona le ba batlile ba re tsema re tlo ba le event re kopa perform cancel ra na budget ba re no problem ba perform. They went and perform. After we perform ba thoma hore papi a re patela for that event, because now happens to come to that event and see what's happening. They said, oh papi thing kuri chelete.
It's very bad. That's another problem. I had a conversation with somebody about this. The artists are mostly diepsloot. They have this thing out when you tell them you don't have budget, but I'm not fine, will perform. After you perform, they want they just volunteered. So, Papi, there was this diepsloot TV.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
Yeah.
Okay, there's not enough content to the story, or people just.
I don't want to criticize other people's job. I don't.
No, according to you, it's not you criticizing. It's just your view, your opinion, or nobody into so.
Hey, I think Brian will answer that bad.
Who's Brian? Brian who?
Brian. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he'll answer it bad. Okay. Because. You see the radio station is closed.
Yeah. And radio station called D2, there is diepsloot radio, there is Sloot FM.
FM. Okay. Let's talk FM.
Oh yeah, Rebel Guy FM, yeah. Not the other one.
You see it's closed. Oh, the other one gonna brand. Gonna Township Township TV. Hey. I'm going to say this without fear and favor. I didn't see that thing surviving.
What, the Sloot FM?
Yeah.
Prison pain.
And I said it. And I became unpopular.
Because of that opinion.
To the people who started that. Because when that thing started, we were one of the people who were recruited as the Arts and Culture Network to help them and so on, because we were trying to share. Official housing, we're supposed to be sharing that thing. And I told them, look, I told my former friend here.
Yeah, former friend.
Yeah, because it became a former friend. When you criticize people constructively, you became an enemy. And not to say I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. There are people who come and tell me, oh, Papi, I think you're taking a wrong direction this way. And I go sit home and say,
we right direction wrong.
And I was told, I never seen a lot of people in diepsloot getting the interview in the radio station about what they are doing. It became irrelevant to be a community radio station. You know what was the answer? we're now totally interviewing. I'm not talking me.
You're talking about other people in diepsloot.
Now I do get. I'm talking about the. One understand. That's one. There was a election in what committees in the community. I never heard the radio station talking or what 113 who is standing for what committees, because in what committees election it's specifically for that community.
Yeah.
We never seen the journalist voting station here, so the radio station must talk about that. The radio station must be able to talk the community of diepsloot to strike. Don't move from this place to this place. And when I strike, they must be able to go into the area and say, it makes me as the community member to listen to it or actually today. So there's a lot of killing in diepsloot and so on in this area. And then these are the information that we get from what time to what time, avoid going out from that time to that. You know what I'm trying to say? So you start saying business here, so in promotion. You go to that business in promotion, you go advertising. So now people in diepsloot, they know artist here, so your performer go guy. Artist here, so your performer go guy. Then you make drama artists that are in diepsloot to start making drama to dramatize issues that are in diepsloot, so that we make the radio to be relevant to me. If you take a newspaper and go and read it in a radio station, why don't I buy a newspaper and listen to a radio station? Because you are just reading for me.
So you think at some point it was just lazy journalism, or they were just out of touch?
It's not journalism.
They were just out of touch.
It was not journalism that is problem. Those people that were working there, I work with them, some of them in a silver, they are creative enough. So it's a management. It's lack of creativity in the management. It's, you know, if I work with young people in here and they come with ideas and I close those ideas, I'm becoming a problem to this center.
Yeah, you're never relevant. Once you become becomes a problem.
And I'm happy that the thing is closed.
So
no, I will tell you why.
Why is that? What do you think?
Because there are people who have a good content, who want to run who want to do a radio station, but they cannot get that because ICASA won't give them a license when there is a radio station.
Oh, okay.
I know. So it simply says diepsloot radio.
Yeah.
Was I want to put it in the right way. It was contained to one person, one idea.
Yeah. Well, it's a one-man show.
So now it's open. ICASA, cherry license here and I get the radio station is closed. So now it's open. People in diepsloot that they have ideas of getting license, make your own TV. Make your own radio station. We want to listen to local content. I don't need to listen to something you got diepsloot. Why not go into the real one?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Okay, now just that I had a different story. When somebody just told me that they failed to pay license when ICASA. That's why it's closed.
ICASA failed to pay license.
No, but at the radio station they failed. I don't know. The person was.
I don't know how ICASA works, but ICASA failed.
But the radio station failed to pay ICASA because I don't know if there's yearly money that they need to pay just to keep on the license. I don't know. That's what I heard.
And where is the stipend coming from? Your birthday. You see, those are the things that
I don't know. So I'm asking, the person.
I'm the person who's supposed to say I don't know because I'm not a journalist, and you are.
But that's what I didn't know how it really works until I
go and find out what ICASA. Let not the information that I'm giving you rise close. I never go and deeply research on it. But I happened to have someone who's training a radio station here from ICASA who tell me why is that to see diepsloot radio station, because some other people when they see you as a person who's active, they always say mara energy about so that you will never see me there on that place. Never.
Because I also on the other side I felt that it was, since he moved there at this side, it was no longer a community radio station. I have my dad used to listen to it, but it got into a point where it was like, in two hours, I don't train to.
Oh, okay, you are confirming what I'm saying.
So I also thought maybe because of that, maybe kids lazy journalism, or maybe management or Chelet have a few step according to how they need to be allocated or what.
Diepsloot radio station was a brilliant idea. I'm telling you, was brilliant. Until that old topi, you have to million that thing, Bamunza. I don't know, Rafa Panduang, Lebongan.
Yeah.
Babereka.
Separate ways.
Because the way they were starting it from the scratch, it was beautiful.
Because I remember when it was Go Freeway, I had a friend of mine, he had a hip hop show there.
Yeah.
I used to go there most of the time.
Yeah.
It was well organized, well ran, nearly sharp. And we thought maybe it's gonna be big, but
it was in a high risk for people who are going there at night, but it was in a high risk. It's a Diepsloot radio station. It must be in Diepsloot. It must be supported in Diepsloot. Diepsloot business people were supposed to make sure that thing it runs, because it was going to be a market for them. There's business forum called Diepsloot.
Yeah.
There is a liquor forum. They were supposed to make sure that radio station it goes well, but they didn't get an opportunity of being. Get already gatekeeper to that
So you feel like, because we also had a newspaper, also Diepsloot newspaper. Got a really article it was.
Yeah,
I've never seen any after that.
There were low Akrobinale Kasi newspaper.
Yeah.
I can get on sheep what? Kasi toys. What? Yeah. There was Diepsloot newspaper. I think the newspaper was a matter of funding and printing. Newspaper, I think it's even Daily Sun is dying. It's because of smartphones.
Smartphones, yeah.
So that one it's critical. They were supposed to move with time in the world.
But also based on community Diepsloot, a lot of people are not advanced in terms of technology.
Yeah.
They're not access internet.
Let's not lie to each other.
No, people look at internet. Okay, I've did research now. Based on the stats, there's there are people who are into. Yes, they have smartphone. The problem is them having to buy data and accessing data.
It's a lie. I'm telling you, on their face, you are lying to people. I am on TikTok. Look at the majority of the people that are in TikTok from Diepsloot. You know, TikTok will tell you this. This is allocated way. Look at the people that are on Facebook from Diepsloot. Diepsloot people will use our data for things that are not going to benefit us. I don't even go there. There's library there.
Internet, yeah. Well,
Wi-Fi. If you really want to do a research about something, you walk there. From Diepsloot to library, it's a walking distance to everyone. You walk there. There's an organization called What If's Trust.
Yeah.
Into free Wi-Fi. You go there and register and go. And if that's the case, Gary, TikTok is booming.
The content at Diepsloot.
Yes.
And also, I don't know how true is this now. But there's equipment that it's there by Extension 2. It's all legible by
feeling.
Yeah. Is it true?
Yeah. I don't know. But
it's all late. When you book, you have to pay money in order for you to access it.
That film studio.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk to it. Even the previous time when I was here with other people, I didn't want to talk to that studio. Because when Paul Mashatile was a minister of arts and culture at that time, when he come and launched that particular thing, we were promised, some of us, to say, you see, we see your future here in the film industry. And we started engaging on some other things. So that thing, And ANC Youth League has turned it into the ANC Youth League program. And some of us, because as much as I was an ANC Youth League person, that particular person, but I didn't want to betray the industry and go and participate in something of the ANC Youth League, because I knew that it's not going anywhere. And I knew that it's going to be the same thing with the white elephant of things that are happening in diepsloot. Because immediately when you say the ANC Youth League, you are closing the creativity of the people. Now it became a political party thing. So even today, it's a film studio that has been more than there for more than 10 years that never produced one film.
Because that's my concern. Or we have so much stories, but equipment kielejo.
I saliyo. We're not kieled. I go there. It's there. It's open. I can't say it's using that as his.
So was it stolen, or
I saliyo. Some of the people I cannot even mention name due to some professionalism. Baba equipment, Baba shutamanyalo kai. I never make feelings those things.
Okay. In conclusion,
I think when we did 48 hours film festival, we went and borrowed one camera there.
But I was
2019, yeah, it's been. But equipment is no longer there. Editing, that thing had a lot of editing kit. That thing was.
I remember when it was a fully finished studio that you. Professional, everything was there. But from here, do you see diepsloot equal lapel, or no? When I able to to move fast in terms of
maybe everyone must go. That's like a one. I don't really interview go great. But when I legally fee.
That way, I
think that's the only better way. What's that story?
Because everybody's a hustler. Everybody's trying to hustle everybody. And which is
we have jealous. Jealous. If you can take jealous out of the black person, you will see growth.
Yeah, I know.
Because black people who have a potential of growing, they jealous one another. Instead of saying, look, let's kill this soul. We're not let's kill this soul. Today I was telling you that I'm a bad speller.
Yeah.
But I'm a content creator. So my business partner is always looking at what I do and rectify that and putting it in. So I need her, she needs me.
Because teamwork makes dream work.
Arvaini by Valele community since I got one. But no, Tatila today what our page. Papa one line. Little Galifing Papa. Let's end. Our wish story so well. Today what Mazul Nizaga Zipi. Bare Kausanima cost Sven maybe.
The progress.
Impact and food them to the community. Otherwise, for now, I ask valid.
Okay, but in closing, what can you give advice to Managula, maybe for example, like station one, that's not access to law, and other acting, other drama. What advice can you give the child?
Don't create more enemy, create more friends if you want to be in the industry. And never conclude on judging other people because of hearsay. And I believe that the industry, it's so small. The industry of the acting is so small. It needs more talented people. But it does not get talented people, it gets a lot of influencers now. But don't be hard on yourself. Start creating your own content from your own corner. Someone will be able to identify that and grow it from there. Turn your talent into business. Turn your create opportunity for you to grow rather than creating opportunity for you to start talking negative things. That's what I can say. Yeah.
And what do you want people to remember you as? How do you want to be remembered?
Yeah, I'm that kind of person who promise that if I have done something wrong to you, or or I have harmed you on some other way, and I promise to do it again. Every now and then when you see me, you must know that this one will do it again. Because I believe in myself, and I believe that the line that I'm taking is right.
Yeah.
So I'm not compromising when coming to my art. I'm not compromising when coming to what I believe in. There are a lot of things that I change because of other people, but they need to convince me to say this is the wrong way to take and this is the right way. I still take advice, but I still, even when you come and advise me, I still engage you to make sure that you understand what you are trying to advise me on. So, you see lehlakanuka? When the rain comes, noka ya tlala. So the following day, I'm standing on my ground, and for me to take this other direction, I must make sure that I found the real reason why I'm there.
Yeah.
And this year I'm a businessman. I don't have time for people. I don't. I spent half of my life pleasing people.
Yeah.
You kiss frogs along the way to want to please people. So I'm done with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Papi Sathekge, and would like to thank you so much for actually honoring our invitation and coming to the podcast. This one is one of the huge episodes of the year, actually.
We're not sure about that, but we'll see. We'll see. I get a lot of controversial, so I'm a very controversial someone. So yeah, it's fine. Let's hope so. But let's hope people understand beyond what I'm saying, because when I say things, you must not listen to only what I say. Listen to the thin line. There's always a thin line. Why he's saying what he's saying.
And also, others, they need to listen to understand. Not because of they need to listen to understand what you're saying. And
to expose others. To expose them. But I'm still saying, if art is not your thing, don't come with politics. Try something else. Just go straight to politics. Don't come to art and do politics.
It never works.
It never works. Along the way. Because the artists, they won't tell you. They will go and make a song about you. This song is about me.
And already issued on Saturday at the time. I didn't know that.
What? Because artists will call a spade, not one of the working tools in the garden. If something is not, not. If it's bullshit, it's bullshit. Yeah, that's why everything that I'm saying it with fear and favor. And I'm willing to, if there are people that I mentioned and I feel like they want to challenge me, bring it up.
I would actually come and set up that setup.
That would be interesting. If someone says, I have facts. Meeting at them. I wish the radio station could be the first. I wish.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do subscribe. Do continue supporting the channel. We're out.
When I pull up in the spot, they be asking what I got. Gas for an extra mile, an extra inch for the dot. When I pull up in the spot, better